What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Coyote build. So as you can see, looks a little different since the last time we filmed. So both Anthony and I got sick, all of our families got sick. While I was sick, I decided to put the remaining timing components on, the headers on, the valve covers on, replace the valve cover gaskets, whatnot. So let me show you guys what I did real fast. Alright, so as you guys can see, I put valve covers on. I also did replace the valve cover gaskets. Self-explanatory, probably didn't need to put that on the video. I bought new spark plugs, installed those, installed new coil, or the previous coil packs that we had, as well as the alternator, the tensioner, the crank pulley, the water pump, whatever that thing is. Yeah, so also reinstalled the long tubes. I bought new exhaust gaskets because those have been on the car since I did the long tubes a while ago. Put the motor mount bracket, engine brackets back on. All of this other timing stuff we did before, that was in all the other videos. Put the plate back on so we can lift the engine and put it back in the car, hopefully today. So that's actually what we're kind of working on now, is getting the last little bit of what we need done so we can put the engine back in. So like I told you guys before, I did order some other parts for the car, one of which being this. So I did order an ACT replacement flywheel. This is actually a very nice product that was on sale during Black Friday. It's been sitting in here for months now. It's about half of the weight of the old factory flywheel, so that'll help the car rev a little bit faster, a little bit easier on getting back onto power. So we got that. I also did order a 2018 to 19 Mustang intake manifold. So we will be taking the IMRCs off, locking the valves open eventually. That's obviously not going to be today because we got to put the engine in first, which is why the plate's on the car. So those are the two things. I don't think I have anything else that we're going to install during this video. So I guess we'll get started.
So now the engine's off the stand, we're going to go ahead and put the clutch and flywheel on before we put it in the car, because the transmission's currently off getting work done. And then once that's back, we'll go ahead and put that on.
Oh, pilot bearing. Alright, so I placed the pilot bearing here. I took an oversized socket that is bigger than the bearing, so we don't damage the bearing, and we'll just hammer it in. Getting there. Feels like we're seated. Yep. So these are already pre-greased, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, make sure you switch over this the crank position sensor ring. It's got like a little groovy thing that fits in one of these slots. So make sure that's in there, or else your car's not going to start. So what we will do is we'll get the flywheel. They actually recommend using new flywheel bolts and pressure plate bolts. We actually did a clutch on this probably 20,000 miles ago. We just used red Loctite. They work fine, none of them, they're all tight, so we'll just redo that. We'll just use the stock bolts. So yeah, we'll go ahead and grab that and we'll get that going. I took the drive wheel, or the crank positioning wheel off lined it underneath and just spun it until they all lined up, and then I marked it with a Sharpie, and then I put it back on to whatever position it is supposed to be timed on the crank, and then I just rotate it to wherever that hash mark was. So, and then I put them all in, so it brought the flywheel in just kind of in like a little star pattern, and I'm just going to take them all back off, put Loctite on, and then torque them.
Alright.
That makes sense. Alright, so it says to do 177 inch-pounds, so I went ahead and did it in a star pattern. Let me double check, make sure I didn't miss any of them. Alright, and then I think it says to do it for another 60 degrees. Okay. So although pretty much tightened, about 60 degrees was when the engine started spinning over, so they're all to that point. Now we have got to put the dowel pins in, which I think there's 1, 2, 3. Put this in like this, and then hammer it until it's flush. Hand me the clutch alignment tool before we start cranking this in here.
Ah!
Alright, so in our infinite wisdom, we forgot to put the plate on. It actually fits down this way. So you can actually kind of push it back up this way and then put it into place. So, thankfully we didn't have to take this all back apart. So right now we're going to go ahead and torque these down. It will bring in the clutch along the dowel pins, kind of set everything, and then we'll take them out and then put Loctite on them and then torque them. This one's 46 foot-pounds and an additional 60 degrees.
So we decided to jump ahead and put the engine in. But as you can see, it's up and we're almost ready to drop it down. We got that cleared. AC line is going to be able to move.
Eventually. We need to scoot it back some, and then we'll drop it down about halfway and we'll have to bolt the AC in.
Ready?
Yep. Alright, stop. Slowly go down.
Let's see how slowly we can get this.
That one's actually not bad. Don't give me an excuse to buy a new radiator. Come on. Alright, that's probably good. Push the chain.
Engine is installed. Key on.
Alright guys, well that wraps up the engine installation. Wow, we're still sick. I had to call my dad over to help us out because we didn't have enough hands. We needed one person on each side to help guide it in. But after that, it went smooth. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. Also, link down below, we have a merch line. Anthony's got one of the shirts on now. He's behind the camera. But that really helps us out. This whole build is costing me way too much money. So that helps the channel out. Hopefully one day we can get a shop if we get enough revenue coming in. So that would really help you guys, or help us help you guys out, get more content. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.